are fired up. Welcome back, everyone. This is the Island Preservation Challenge. I'm your host, Gasoline Billy. We are in the month of November. And let's go ahead and feed Watson. And eating on top of your doghouse? That's a little strange. Oh, you're going to roll over on top of it too? Alrighty then. This is going to be kind of a short. We don't have a whole lot to do. Our fields are good. We've got our canola field here. We have our sugar beet field here. And we have our cotton field here. Everything's looking great. Let's go ahead and turn our help menu back on, because I like to have that on just to see where I'm at. So we'll go back in here, go back in, we'll turn our help window back on, and that should get us our help window. And I don't know where the field info is at, so did I shut it off as well? Let's go back in there. Info, field info, yep. Yeah. A lot of people don't like playing with that on. I like to see what I've got going on. I know it's kind of messy for you guys, and I apologize, but I'd like to see what's happening. So we're at 97% yield bonus, 100% fertilized on all three of our fields. Probably the 3% you don't get from mulching. We didn't mulch our fields because we plowed them. So take a look at our animals. Still at 6, and we've got 19,000 food in there. They've got 29,000 meadow. They're doing wonderful. Got a little bit of wool here, 255 liters. Not a whole super lot, but we've got a little bit. So here's our new productions that we put down. We've got the little salt marsh here and the pumpkin greenhouse here, and neither one of them have spawned anything. So nothing out of there that we can get. And we do have 2 pallets of raspberries, so we're going to have a little bit of money to sell. We got a pallet of lettuce and grapes. So this is what I need to speak with you guys on. So as you can see, we've got raisins, we've got apple juice. Just want to show you that we've got somewhat of an issue. So our grapes, as you all know, was at 12,000. So I, off camera, decided to spawn what was in there out and try to get the lettuce that I accidentally dropped in there. As you can see, it's 265 liters. When you allow pallets to spawn, it throws anything and everything that's got out at you. And this is what it threw out in grapes. Now, as you can see, that's only 8,000 liters, and it said that we had 12 in there. So I'm not quite sure where the other 4 went, but we do have a small issue. And if I go over here and open the production menu, you will see that we have 44,432 liters of grapes. And there is no way that we should have that many grapes. So the problem that we're going to solve today is we are going to spend some money. But in order to spend a little money, we're going to have to go a little bit in the hole. So first off, we're going to take this pallet spawner. We need to spawn. I'm sorry, I'm running all over the place. We need to select that. We need everything we have in here, we need to spawn. So we have oat. I guess if I look at the right menu, this would help. We need to spawn our oat, which is right there. We're going to activate that. We are going to spawn our rocks, stones, right there. We're going to activate that. And we need to get our lettuce back out of here. So we're going to go back up here to lettuce, and we're going to activate that. And that should be our lettuce, our oat, and our stones. And we should have some grapes in there too, but we are not going to activate that. So let's get that activated. We need to go over to our apple tree group. We're going to turn it off distributing to storing. Oh, keep. Why didn't that change? And that's keep. Select. Not select. Why does it keep doing that? I don't. They're on keep. Okay, so we are keeping the apples that are producing in our apple tree group. And our juice, we are going to spawn all of our apple juice. It's already on spawn, so they will come out. Should be all of everything. And we're going to spawn all of our stuff here. The grape juice, it's activate the grape juice. The raisins, let's deactivate the raisins. We don't need the raisins. Okay, so we've got them going, and we'll hopefully in the next hour we'll have that. So we're going to put and see if it'll take these raisins. It will. That is a good thing. So I downloaded the mod, and it's just spitting them back out on the ground because all right. I love it when a plan comes together. So we're going to throw all these raisins right here on the side. And we're going to keep the apple juice and set it down over here. We're going to grab our raisins, set them over here. So we got 5 pallets of apple juice. That will help. Okay, now we have some oat here. We're just going to set it on the beach out of the way. And we're going to set this out here on the out of the way, and we're going to stack these grapes up right over here on top of these raisins. Well, instead of moving them twice, we kind of need to move forward a little bit. Let's see if we can't get our pumpkins to go ahead and spawn. They are on spawn. Why ain't they coming out? So this is that productivity mod. Storage mod, and I'm not sure exactly how to use it. Distributing keep spawn. I want it to spawn and put pallets out, but I don't understand. I'm not understanding how you can put them out without having at 1,000 liters, a full pallet. So yeah, I really don't know. Not really sure how to get it to spawn out. I watched Zildo spawn out the salt. Ah, this is how he did it. Right here. Yes, this is what we need to do. So we are good. We're going to select. All right, we got that out. Uh, we're going to kind of mess things up today. Actually, let's go in here. Change the output mod. We have to be at the load trigger. That is my bad. Learn and live and learn. Okay, so we have 835 grapes. We are going to select that, spawn. Now we have lettuce. We are going to go ahead and select that, spawn it. And raspberries. Only 89 liters. I don't know that that's even worth doing. But we're doing everything else, so we might as well get it. So we're going to go ahead and spawn that 89 liters there. And we're going to go ahead and spawn what pumpkin we have. It's almost a full pallet. Not quite. Go ahead and spawn it. Well, it'd be nice if you'd let me out before you close the door. Thanks. Alright, so we're going to go in here and we are going to the grapes, no. Lettuce, yes. We want to spawn that pallet. And we want to oat. We're going to spawn that pallet. And stones. We're going to spawn that pallet. Alright, so we've got our pallets. We're going to set them out here out of the way. And we need to call a spade a spade. This palletizer is obviously broken according to the grapes that are coming into it. I still want to try to use a palletizer, but not if it's going to give us 50,000 liters of grapes. That's not going to work. So we're going to go ahead and spawn apple juice. We're going to go ahead and spawn it. We're going to grape juice. We're going to spawn the grape juice. Okay, so these are our sell items. We are going to allow selling of this. And all these free grapes that we got, and the, dang it. Again, got to go back in there. Quick save here. We're going to go down to our grapes. Grape juice. We're going to change our output to keep. Grapes. We're going to select keep. You'd think the grape juice would be right next to the grapes, but apparently not. We're going to keep it. So now all this should stay in here when we put it in here. And it is just spawning it on the other side. Block pallet spawns. Oh, I love how you just put that up there. And I'm sorry for this little bit of catastrophe work here, but I wasn't expecting the free. Now, if I wasn't recording, if I was my own playthrough, just doing what I wanted to do, and this wasn't really a challenge, I would just let it eat, and it is what it is. But this is a challenge. I don't think that 50,000 liters of free grapes is something that we should be allowing to have. So I am not going to take the 50,000 liters of grapes. We are going to put it all into the palletizer. We're going to sell the palletizer. I want to make sure that's all of the pallets of grapes and or raisins, because that was a messed up deal. All right, so now let's go into our construction menu. And we are going to sell this palletizer. I did put in the full refund mod so that when we did all this, I could get a little bit of the money back, because as you all know, we don't have a whole lot of money, so we are getting our full refund. The juice production, again, got to sell it. It's got all that free product in it, and we're not playing that way. So now that we've gotten rid of our product or juicer, we're going to need to put our juicer back down. We have to do that. So let's go down here. Let's get our juicer. We need to scoot in to where we know it's going to be. Basically, we're setting it back in the exact same location it was, just that we had to get rid of it because it was full. So there we go. We got that set straight up. Now, we have all these products that are just out and about, and we can sell everything except the stones. And we really don't want to sell the oat either. We would kind of like to make bread and flour out of our grain products. So, excuse me, as you can see, we have quite a few pallets to grab and do some things with. And we have $11,000 to our names. So what do we need to do? Well, since we don't have the palletizer as using as a silo, I think we need to put down a silo. Now we have a couple of choices. We can either put down a silo to store our products, or we can go and start putting down these triggers for the oats, would be the oats for bakery. So there's 5,000, and then the stones would go in this construction production. I do not know how much them hold, but I'm sure they would hold our little bitty liters that we do have for now. And or we can go into our silos. I looked at this at the last episode. They have this one for $5,000. It's a multi-fruit silo, and it kind of looks just like so. I would really like to attach that to a building because it kind of looks odd just sitting out there like that. So I think that's what we're going to go ahead and try and do. Now the problem with this multi-fruit silo, I do not know if it will take this stuff out of pallets. So that is a learning curve that we're going to have. So let's go down here to decorations, and we will span down and see if we've got something that silo will attach to that doesn't look too odd, so it's not just a pipe sticking out of the ground. They've got buildings in here, I'm sure, sheds, something. Maybe not. That's $3,000, but it actually would actually look cool, and then we could put our pipes on the side of it. That would actually look really good. I don't know, gang. I'm thinking either that or this, and that's one way, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of liking this little grain silo decoration here, dryer. Let's spin it around so it's facing, the exhaust fans are facing the ocean. And we're going to set that down right there. And then we are going to go in. We're going to go down to our silos. We're going to That is factories, dummy. Go to silos, and we will put down this $5,000 silo, multi-fruit silo. I think I have used this before in Crust2's Homestead Challenge that I did not do on camera. I actually played it on my PS5 as just a playthrough. I believe I used something similar to this. If this isn't the one, it was something very similar. So I know those are kind of off away from that, but we can pretend a little bit that that's there. So now that we've got that down, let's see if it'll take our pallets into it. And it does. That is awesome. That is great news. I was really worried about it not taking our pallets in. Oh no. And it's not holding rocks. That presents a whole other problem. So we're down to $3,000. We need to do some sales and get our money up. If it will not hold stones, I really need some way to hold the stones. So like I said, I don't want to have just a pile on the ground. I want them to be somewhere. So we've got our oats in there now. What do we have for storage for stones? I believe I have something in the menu. If I would go to the right direction. But I believe it's pretty costly, and that is the issue that I'm going to find. So, bunch of manure heaps, and we're just keep grabbing more and more. I thought I had a stone heap right there, and it is for 25,000. Ouch. How big is the footprint on that? That is quite a big footprint. Well, obviously, we cannot afford that right at the moment. So, I think, I hate to use that palletizer and it do the same thing again, but I really need to do something with our stones. So, let's get this stuff sold. The only way we could get this trailer to be more user friendly is if we put the pallets on it, we strap it down like so, and then we pick it up and move it where we need it, like so. Then the trip to the shop wouldn't be near as bad. This unstrapped, $21,842. That is absolutely great. So we are up to 35,121. And I believe we are done with this little trailer here. So we are going to thank you for hauling the few loads you did, but I just can't handle that anymore. We are going to sell you for 55 bucks. Woohoo. And we're up to 35,176. And we are standing at the shop. So let's go up here to the shop menu. Let's see what they have on sale today. They do not have much on sale. Well, they have a lot on sale, but nothing that we can really afford. The only thing that we can actually purchase would be this mower, which we really don't need at this time. So I'm wondering why the used vehicles, I was seeing 3 to 4 pages. Now I'm only seeing one. I'm wondering if I have a conflicting mod that's dropped the amount of um, sales that we are seeing. Which it's fine. It is what it is. People on console, that's all they get. One little row, and most of the time it's nothing they can use anyway. So let's go down here to trailers. I want to go to the bale transports because I believe that's where we're going to find the better choice for flatbeds. This one right here, let's customize it. I believe we can turn it into a bale trailer, and it uses auto load. So I believe this is what we are going to go with. I do want to change the colors to olive green, and I want the main color to be beige. As you know, we're kind of going with a color scheme here. I believe I'm going to do the rims beige as well. So there she is, folks. That's what we're getting. We're going to take the license plate. We're going to change it to type 2, and we want it to say Gasman. And we want the color to be something that pops out, like a purple. I can't spell. How about Gasman? That's much better. Okay, you guys can laugh now. All right, so we've got 2,800 in it because we painted it. That, yeah, I'm doing it. I don't care. We're doing it. It's 2,800. We now have a water tanker and a trailer to haul our bales. So now we need some kind of small tractor to pull our trailers. We need not to leave the shop for one. Let's go in our small tractors. Let's see what kind of options we have. We know we have the 8500 Lizard right here. But I don't think I want that. Matter of fact, I know I don't want that. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to spend a little bit more money than expected here. I think we're going to get, that dude's a 71 horsepower. Well, I'd really like to get a decent horsepower tractor. That goes up to 130 horse. What it is at 99 horse goes up to 130 for 8 grand. So that's 28,000. Yeah, we're not spending that much money. I really don't want to spend 20,000 either. So let's just go back up here. We're not going to get this Lizard. Let's see what this Valtra. It's 67 horse. That's 79 horse. 30 horse. Yeah, that's not really helping. 107 horse. Valuement. Let's customize that. We'll go ahead and run it up to the 130 horse. We'll get us some Michelins. I want some wide tires. The exhaust. What we got? I want a straight pipe. We got to do that. We need a standard. Oh, I like that heavy duty one. That looks cool. So we'll grab that fresh air blower that's on top of the cab. That's $2,000. We're not doing that. Working lights. We really don't work at dark, so I'm not going to worry about that. I am, however, going to add as much front weight as it will let us because we need it for to pull our heavy loads that we're going to be doing. Beacon lights, I'm really not too worried about the beacon lights. Go ahead and add us some wheel weights. I don't want the front fenders. Export options, Sweden. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about none of that. Attachers. We will need a towing device or standard. I think we're going to need a towing device. And I would like a front loader attacher. I think that's what we'll do there. And we're up here spending 30 grand anyway. This is ridiculous. So let's cut back on our engine back to 99 horse. Or the 107 horse. How come that's... There it is. 107 horse. We're going to get rid of all this stuff for now. We'll just go back to the zeros. The wide tires. I really wanted wide tires. I'm just going to go to the standard tires. Go back to zeros. We still want to leave the weight on. Wheel weights, I still think we're going to wait on the wheel weights. If we need them, we'll grab them. We need the towing device, so we're going to do that. We're going to add the front loader attacher. There was the Quickie and the Lizard. I don't know what the difference is in the two, but we'll go with Lizard, and hopefully that'll work. And we don't have much color choices. We have a Vulture Orange or Vulture Red. So I think we're going to leave it Vulture Orange. And the design color, we have Vulture Brown or Vulture Black. Well, let's go black and orange, Harley Davidson colors. 19.2, we are going to purchase this. And we are down to 13,176. But we made some progress. We have a tractor and we have a trailer to haul our pallets. So we don't need to walk around and do that anymore. Now, what do we need to do with the rest of this episode? Because we have some things that we can do, but not a whole lot. We really have not much. Actually, just pretty much the mowing. We've hauled our stuff for sale. We need to check our greenhouses, make sure they don't need water. If they do, we'll fill them up real quick. But not a whole lot extra that I'm aware of that needs to be taken care of. We're going to park this trailer behind the water tower. And let's just check we have plenty of water in the apple trees. We have plenty of water in the open air garden. Plenty of water in... We might need to go ahead and throw what seeds we have into our raspberries. We could go ahead and top off our pumpkins. And we'll go ahead and top off our small salt marsh with water. So let's hop out here. Let's grab our seeds. 736 liters. And we're going to go ahead and set it in our raspberries. And we're going to go with that. Kind of wondering if with this 13,000 if we should set down another raspberry, but it's going to cost us another pallet of seeds as well. Oh, this thing was still full, so that's a plus. Should be able to just spin it around and fill up this one. . go fill this tank up. And ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to leave it here. There's not a whole lot left to do. Sorry we had the palletizer issue. But we got rid of it now, and we'll have to deal with it accordingly. We've got a... Oh, that looked like a pallet. It's just a little bush. Looked like we had a pallet there. I'd like to tell you all to make sure you watch the other creators doing this challenge. I will put a list up in the video most likely, or in the description at the end. But I hope everyone has a great day, and thank you for watching. Hi, I'm Gasoline Billy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until then, we can jump to our next adventure.